So we're starting, and hi, welcome to the Symposium with Dr. Chishala and Mike Temple. I'll be the co-host of the show, and it's really weird when the co-host is introducing the show. But anyway, I have Doc in the studio to just get to explain and talk about one or two things. So, just to start with, good afternoon, Doc.
Good afternoon.
It's really good to be here, yeah?
It's interesting that we are testing and trying to see how we can go on with the symposium program as we roll on in the months and weeks and years coming on.
Okay, so we will get to have a short break. Then on the other side, we'll get to dive into different topics that we will discuss, because this is just a test run, and we just want to see how best things will go out and see where we need to improve, and also some edits. So catch us on the other side.
Yeah.
Welcome back. So, like I said, we are having some discussion. So, Doc, what are we talking about today?
I think we are talking about the drive of reading culture, and also we want to talk about the idea of publishing and re-establishing a mode for publishers and writers, reinventing the wheel. Because the drive of reading culture could be because people can't afford to buy books that are costly, and maybe also to afford time to read many pages. So we want to talk about publishing as a new strategy to capture back people into that culture of reading, self-development, and self-improvement, because reading is very important.
Talking about reading, I remember, was it last year when we just launched one of your books?
Yes, last year about this time we launched my fourth book. That was occasionally I traveled to places at leisure, modest and nosy expedition. And this time around, we are working again with Crown Arts. Crown Arts is owned by one of the UNZA former students, Peter Mukoma.
Okay.
So is a printer and a publisher, but he's working again together with MOTO Media Innovation, which is also a publisher of the new project that we are running, which will be self-development series, which will be capturing insightful content for information and education, especially for people who want to upscale their skills in entrepreneurship, in marriage, in leadership, and also in some certain helpful philosophy and themes that could guide the decision making and choice making, and somehow self efficacy and self actualization.
Okay. Actually, it's really interesting that we are looking at diverse topics, not just about being here and talking about the books only. Then the other thing that stood out for me that I want us to discuss about is maybe you mentioned about the book that you launched, and knowing that there is already Moto Media Innovations. So I would like to know more about Moto Media Innovation, because you just gave a glimpse of it. So what is it about, and what are people expecting?
Moto Media Innovation. Moto Media Innovation started way back in 2016.
Okay.
It was a project with my students because I was found in different campuses like UNZA, ICU, and ZAMCOM, and DMI. So what was happening was that I wanted to create a platform that I could allow my students to practice.
Okay.
So MOTO Media started first as a publisher for magazine, Ignite Africa magazine.
Okay.
So we went only with 2 issues. The first issue was hard copy, and the second issue was more digital copy.
Okay.
And we were looking at diverse issues, especially of empowering the youth, empowering media and creative writing students to own their skills, their production skills by writing scripts. But on the other side was we were also doing editing for people's for authors who had books that they wanted to edit. And also we were doing ghost writing implying that there are people who have a story to tell, but they are not gifted as authors. So MOTO Media would provide that platform to help them to come up with a book. And then the other one was also creating media content, especially videos, and we dealt very much on videos, where we would do documentaries and would record church music, because we wanted to venture into a program with Radio 3 ZNBC,
Okay.
a religious program where we wanted to be sampling homilies and sermons from different churches.
Okay.
So we didn't want ZNBC to be producing religious content from only one church.
Okay.
So we tried that. So as a project then I had to move away from Lusaka. So in 2017, so the project stalled a bit, and then I want to revamp that this time. But this time now, MOTO Media Innovation is morphing into a more production and content provision, content creators for digital spaces,
Okay.
in the form of podcasts, vlogs, and blogs, and also video documentaries. And the addition to it, which is exciting, is music production.
Awesome.
And we want to tap into music production in the sense that we have a lot of talent around. So I think with our students, there are many who would want to record, but they don't have where to record because it's expensive. So we would provide a platform which is a bit cheaper, and which we can actually negotiate that maybe we incur the cost of production, and then we end up paying the producer for their content. So like we buy, you want to produce music, we produce you and we pay you, and then we keep the copyright.
Okay, so that's amazing. Looking at the number of young people that are coming up with different initiatives when it comes to music, all that. So capturing such audience will also help the company to actually grow. So remember, if you are out there and you want to record your music, you can still think about MOTO Media Innovation, because MOTO Media Innovation is there for you. And those that want to that want videography, also photography, all that, when it comes to media, you are covered. So anyway, getting back into the topic, what challenges have you been facing when it comes to this great idea of MOTO Media Innovation, because you started it way back? So what challenges have you been facing?
Usually it was trying to acquire equipment, but one plus for the current reigning government is that they have waived tax on getting equipment for creative arts.
Okay.
So therefore, in the area of music production, media content production, getting all those equipment, you don't pay the tax. And that is an initiative because there are many, there's a lot of unemployment. So the government, to facilitate that young people acquire, develop their skills by becoming producers and not waiting for somebody to employ them, they have created that opportunity for young people to find sponsors and get those equipment, and so that they can start generating, they can be self-employed. So that's a concept whereby when we capture these masses of unemployed youths, we certainly mentor them into production, media content production and music, and in some way we find ways, we find sponsors and we capitalize on the CDF and other incentives that the government has given to generate self-employment, and then they'll be down and running their own business. So it's another way to actually change the mentality of people that we go to school to get employed, somebody to employ us and pay us. But I think it's a time that people started looking the other way with the entrepreneurial skills added, so that people can start generating the self-income by being creative and by adding value to production in the creative arts industry.
All right. I think we should come to the conclusion now, and just give your concluding remarks, and then we can end.
So what we would say is that we are creating an opportunity as MOTO Media Innovation in the area of podcasts, vlogs, and also media content production and music production. So if there are any talented young people around there who have talent, I just mentioned music production, but there's other content which they can, let's say, in the comedy, poetry, and even if they can create a radio program talking about different issues, like ourselves now, we are running the Symposium.
Exactly.
So other students and youths, they can come with a program, and we will try to audition and see which could be the best for us to pick. And then we'll support them, we'll fund them, and then we retain the loyalties, and then we just pay them, we give them an allowance for that. So I think it's an opportunity which every youth would want to embrace and see. How do you know maybe in future you can be the Oprah Winfrey of this nation?
Exactly. All right, so you've been listening to and watching the Symposium. Remember, it's not only virtual but also audio for those that would like to catch us through audio. And I've been your host, Mike Tembo. Until next time.
Okay. Shout it out.